Hello, this is Gerald Johannes. I would like to have as much as possible clear videos about where our words that we express are really related with the letters that there are within the words. These letters actually, nobody actually ever had a method, made a method with that because the letters really influence each other. It's like a puzzle, and that's not a very easy task uh, understand how this puzzle works. But once you know the rules of how we distinct certain things, you can see and recognize these rules. The way how to express them in a sensible way that everybody understands it, that's another thing. You can have them into a geometrical sense as well, that it's more something technical. Well, I would like to have a method that is available or becomes available for at least the people to understand how it works. It's our way of understanding and distincting things in general. So we're basically talking about words that are about focusing upon a thing. And the more we see the thing very clearly, we can derive it to just one point. The underneath, you have the letter T there, and that's where you see that I have my number one. I know what it is. I know what it is. Where I know my starting point. I know all about it, where it is, what it is, and so on. That's the letter T actually. All the rest is going towards that point, and yeah, you cannot always see that it is a very steady point. So there are a lot of options. The 3 times 3 rule I have here. And sometimes, for instance, you also need more time to see, okay, it doesn't stay stable. This point isn't stable. It's changing, it's moving. And I have to deal with this moving aspect. And I have, again, 3 times 3 extra options of movement. And when they're even less available to see very clearly where they go to, where they are, but it's more like a general influence, like vibrations, like reflections and so on, which you can see into a longer period, and it's difficult to see, yeah, but where is it pointing at? It's a generalizing, it's a more becoming more of a generalizing thing, and you make a selection of what you can sense there of an experience. And that's also another way of describing. Also, there are 3 times 3 positions that describe these things, and that's basically the words. I have built it up into its own logical system based upon the Pythagorean order or numerical order of letters. I also found out that the letters not just have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points of differences, but they also have 3 times 3 times 3 options. It means that there is not, like you have not just 9 letters or 9 numbers. I actually also have, I'm going towards the number 1, and I'm from 1, I'm going towards the number 2, or it is more than 1, and then so on. I build it up, so less and more is also an option of how we focus. Not everything is sharpened, so we still have to have a reflection of going to sharp our vision or losing our vision. Going to sharp our vision towards T is A, and losing our vision from T is K. And that's already the foundation of where we start from. So that's the way how we can understand each position as a different kind of distinction, and that's all the letters. What I try to do, and that is a bit more difficult, so I have worked it out more often, how you jump from one, not just from one position, but one foundation of what a letter means to the next one. With all these combinations, you have also, of course, you have a lot of variations. What you get there, if you have A followed up by M or followed up by S, it creates a different function, and that's what my book was mostly about. when we focus upon focus itself, upon, yes, okay, let's try to have that idea that, okay, but what kind of focus we're using, in the first sense, that if you really put the letters at the right position, it's more difficult because the order of where they fit in its original position and then combining them, they don't combine so easily at that point. So yeah, so you don't have to dominate that. And I was losing a bit my attention at certain points to try to have this scheme of focus as well to the system I already had. But actually it's just like, okay, we can repeat this pattern of sharpening and have that time aspect to it as well. The time aspect is a word itself. The time aspect is going from the first letter to the second, to the third, to the fourth, and so on. So if it's not within my range immediately the next letter, okay, let's jump to the next part, even though we try to focus into one, in every word, into one position as a conclusion. Sometimes for some words it's a bit more difficult, but I get better into that. The word for today is bridge, and so we go from the letter B to R to I to D to G to E, but we start first with the order that is not immediately correct. That's here, so you have the bridge. You see it's not immediately in the right order, so the only method that I've saw that works best is just reflect it into the right order. Just put it if it's not immediate in the right order, okay, put it into the next figure. It's repeating itself, so as if I'm focusing, okay, and I have to refocus, okay, I have to refocus in a time schedule, and then it works. That's what I'm going to do, so I'll put that aside, and I will do that also. If it doesn't fit immediately, the letters has to jump to the next time that you have that in the next figure when I meet the right positions, and then it works. Why does it work? Because it's actually like you have a figure is like, I'm going to compare my vision, I'm going to look down upon the thing into the number one there, and towards the other, what is different. Why does it work? Is because when I don't find it immediately now, of course it will be in the future. So all these logical steps of repetition, so on, look further. I have to look further. I'll have to look to the other, or let's go back to my starting point. It follows up actually in a very logical sense, just as horizontal, vertical, diagonal, before, after are logical senses. This way also, if I have to change the order of letters of its original positions, or have to adapt it, the original positions to the next letter, okay, just put the next, when's the next time, then I can see it, and then you can see very well what's happening. Let's have the example with this one. So the B is in the right position. I can see that from my position, and it's a bit further away from me, so it's going to be about almost like a breaching point seen from my position there in the middle in number one. It's a breaching point. I'm going to breach something which I don't have at this point yet. I'm going to breach that point. That's basically the B. In a sense of that, it's also going to breach something physical, physical limitations. It's also going to breach space, because that's the first focus about the physical space. R, the next one, is from the last category, is about, let's find out where my definition is, from where I can make a connection, and I also will make a connection from the ongoing things towards the next thing. Actually, very basically said, the R is just, let's make a connection from there. So from my breaching point, I will breach it immediately and go to the next step, whatever that can, where that can bring me. And the E is basically, you already had the position there, looking towards number one, downward. So that was a correct position for the letter E. I can't use it because first I have to have the B, then the R, and then the next time when I meet the position is in the first repetition. So I come back to me with the E. So will go towards that position, which could be me, could be everybody, could be even someone else, a person. It could associate in different ways if you like, but the E will go back to the position of a person. Let's say it's again me. I'm going to breach a position, be in space. I'm going to breach a position, breach my physical limits. I will reach it. I'll reach it for me. I will reach that position for me, let's say. The E, after the E is D. So what is a letter D about? It's from the second category. It's about directions, about changes and directions. And the first level is about changing directions, looking for new directions, seen from space towards a time process. So usually I have the letter D in that position. You have it there. I can't use it, it's too far away. The second time I have it, like the second position, I go from my opinion to your change. It's not there yet, so I have to go one more step further. The D, so then I see to where I will go. D is actually, let's check what I need to do for having a changed position, because the me changed its position. It's changed its position to, in fact, almost like a general position where anybody can pick in, if you like. It's more the definition itself from the position, from where I will land into a position that can be reached. After that, I have G, which is from the third category. It is about general influences, about context-based, I also say a lot of feedback system of finding out where the time and space conditions are. The G jumps from space towards bigger possibilities. It is actually going from space with its reflection towards a bigger system, almost like that's usually what it is. Bridge. So I reach something that I can't reach normally, but because of its reflections of what I have here, because of the abilities that I have already inbred, I can cross my line and go to something. I reach something extra that I couldn't have reached before. So basically it is like going from space to a general definition of, yes, I can use that any time. I will breach my position in that way. I can breach. That is my reflection that I get here. It can get me further. More concrete, I will say, I will start with B, from a place, of course, from the focus upon place, and I will breach that place also, and then with the R, I will connect in time and space. First 9 letters are about space, the next 9 letters are about timing, and the last 9 positions are about time and space focuses and limitations and frames that you can find. So with the R, I will connect to it in time and space. With the D, I forgot to express here, but that's also breaching the time moment, actually, by just focusing upon it. And then with E, I limit the outcome in time and space, so I limit my outcome, so I connect to the right time and place where I will limit my outcome as well. And then after the D, I forgot to express it quite well, because actually it's even looking further into how can I reach this and what can I reach with it, expressed in D. What can I reach with it? It's the letter G. It reflects the enlarged values. Do you have already more or less an idea of the sense behind it? Maybe not yet, but knowing that B is about a physical sense, starting from space, and to breach it, it will do that physically. And then with R, it will connect. Let's say I also connect, just like R is, let's connect it further with that breaching feeling in time and space to the right moment, where, of course, I will find the right time and place. There where R actually goes to the big frame to see like, okay, what can I reach? With E it says that's the limited place that you can reach with it. It limits the outcome, but in a way you breached it, which D also said, you breached your limitations and you breached it into new conditions, and this reflects also an enlargement of the values. Brings you actually to another placement in time and space that brought you further. Better expressed, the G is of course also that it is expressing that larger area. It brings you to a larger area. So this is better expressed. I come from that my limitations in the starting of my place. I breach it. I connect to the right time and place. And I have a limited outcome. So I come to another place with a limited outcome, time and place at that time in that way. But anyhow, it will reflect that it will bring and have brought me further to a wider world than I had before. That's what bridge is. Bridge is not just a physical thing. It breaches also, and it breaches also limitations and brings you to a larger sense of ideas and possibilities. So why the D brought you further in space, the A in the end, which also comes to it, says that you also can see that you can reach it after a while in a certain time. And that's the expression actually from bridge, breaching also as a verb, not just as an object. Where you find the values in place and space, I can find the limiting area of place and time. But I will allow, it can allows me also bigger possibilities in placing and time management as well, which can be reached after a while. So that is more or less a description of these letters of bridge. I hope you could follow it. I don't think that the expressions were too difficult to follow. And it gives you already an idea to get used to the whole set of letters and how you combine them and how you can also put them into that scheme of order of original positions, which is one of the more difficult methods to use. I have other ones as well. If you want to prepare yourself into this theory, just check the book Sound in Form, also in 2 volumes, and that will bring you already further into the realm of the word, as I also called it for several reasons, which I'm not going to explain in this video now. Okay, thanks again for watching. Bye bye.